When you see that fan of blood coming out, you know what you're watching is disgusting and amazing. Whether big or small, people use it all the time in filmmaking, especially on the voice. To be honest, that's probably why you're here. That's what you want to recreate. I might be a little different here, because over 10 years ago, I was flipping up and down the channels, and I came across this show called Mr. Young. I'll never forget this scene. You see, the guy was using a chop saw, and his face was being covered in blood. He started screaming in pain. It cut to a wide, and it turns out he was just opening up a red paint can. Ever since I seen that, I knew I wanted to recreate it. But here's the thing, I'm not a fancy studio. I can't afford to pay people to do this for me. I don't have hundreds of gallons of blood on standby, and I don't even have the right tools. I might have a couple bucks in my pocket, half a gallon of blood, and I got a 3D printer. That's not a lot, but could be enough to make this thing work. Now, the first place we're gonna start is Fusion 360. I designed this simple model where the water is gonna come in, mix around in the chamber, and spit out on the other side. Now, I wanna make these all garden hose attachments. That way it's universal and we can bring this thing anywhere. Unfortunately, Fusion does not offer any thread pictures. But this is a code that I found online. So a guy already did coding, pre-programmed everything. I'm gonna have to use like channel locks and a device to get it on, but it's gonna work. And we start on the print. The thing is though, it's gonna take about 14 hours to get this thing done. So in the meantime, I may as well go to the hardware store and get some supplies. I figured the best option was quick connects. So I grabbed a big pack of those, but then I also grabbed the small adapter because who knows, we might wanna experiment with different ends midway through. Grabbed all that, went on home and decided to check on the print. Yeah, I'm not happy about this either. The bed's not level. I probably haven't leveled it in about 6 months and it's disgusting. I gotta clean all this hairspray off, gotta re-level the bed. Regardless, we're not gonna have an answer till tomorrow because it takes 14 hours to print, so yeah. All right. We're good. The print turned out perfectly, actually. The only thing I need to do now is to put the lid on. I gotta make sure it's perfect. I gotta make sure it's a watertight seal because if I have leaks and it gets all over the camera, I'm gonna be pissed. Now we just gotta wait for this thing to dry. So let's grab our end we printed off and throw it on a hose. Basically, I wanna see if this gives us the right look before we move on. All right, 3, 2, 1. And it worked. We got our desired effect and our desired look. Somebody with a head on their shoulders would want to experiment with this with the blood before the shoot day to make sure everything went smoothly. But for us, shoot day's tomorrow, and the silicone takes 24 hours for it to cure. Let's just fast forward to tomorrow. We'll see what happened. And today we have the privilege of the real Michael Curtis coming and joining us today. Now Michael, you know him all the time. He's been doing the Christmas specials, he's been doing the laser tag videos, and he's even...
I don't got all day.
Okay. And we're starting shooting. Now, the thing is, you're not here for camera and lighting setup, so let's skip through all that with a montage. Hold up. Yep. Chainsaw, there's trees. So let's just let past Evan explain how this is all gonna work. Yes, this tree is coming down. We're cutting it. But the thing is, this tree's dead. Got all of us some firewood. Now, of course, we got a chainsaw here, so we gotta go through some safety protocols.
Oh, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower this down first. We're gonna operate this. I'm gonna get full of blood in this shot. We're probably gonna have to cover the camera. So this end will go on the hose. This is where we're gonna put in all the blood. This end is the blood sprayer. Now, if you stand back, because as soon as I turn on the water, it's gonna spray. We quick connect this in. Woo! That shouldn't have done that.
What happened?
Too much. I cut my hand with the knife. So too much pressure blew out the silicone. So we're gonna try to clean this up and use Gorilla Glue for now. We're gonna have to shoot tomorrow. It's getting too dark. Yes. It still leaks a little.
Yeah, but still, it's much better than before. Oh, we should have got duct tape over there first.
Oh, I can work with that. Just a small leak. We just kind of put our finger there, put it down slowly, we'll be fine.
That's gonna be a one-take thing, right? It has to be. Yeah. Just like as soon as that blood gets hit, that's it. that's the shot.
It goes this way.
Not sure.
I don't have all day. We got no other choice. Let's just hold this thing down tight as we can and just let it spray me. Gotta hope for the best, but we're gonna get soaked. We're gonna have a good time.
That was the one. That was it. You all right? Yep. You need a towel?
And the shoot's done. Am I happy with the results? No, not really. This just goes to show you why pre-production is so important. See, if I actually spent a little bit more time on this, I could have developed this tool properly and actually get the right effect I was looking for. Now, the shoot is done, but that doesn't mean we can't actually go out and perfect this idea. So I designed this. Water comes in, go to this water bottle full of blood, and then shoot out. I only filled it up about 3/4 of the way. That gives enough room for water to actually get in here and mix up. So everything's connected. All I gotta do is turn this thing on. You're probably gonna get a lot of water first. Then when we turn it down, that's when we're actually gonna be able to play with the blood. Look at that. This blood's gonna be super easy to clean. Now, we never got a chance to use this design on the film, but we're not gonna let it go to waste because you need test footage and I need a thumbnail. So instead of me getting full of blood again, we're just gonna do it all in one. That was gross. Anyways, this design was way simpler than we thought it was going to be. So if you want this design or the other design, because maybe you can actually make it work, it's going to be down in the links below. But more importantly, if you haven't seen the video that actually was the reason for this whole thing, click right here. It's a chainsaw safety video. Maybe my workplace wants to have it, so we'll see about that. Anyways, take off, you users.